Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm the Flying Arrow, and this will be an official introduction for my future series of videos, which will be known as Knowledge and History. So I already did one video based off the Order of the Assassins. Now, that was just off the top. I didn't really put anything together. It was basically like a prototype video. It's not something that's going to be done in 10 minutes. It's probably going to be 10 plus minute videos. So, yep. As you can see, I got a lot of books. These are some of them. And I got a lot of old ones. Mostly focused on electric engineering. Got another one for mechanical. Look at that. Look within. Very interesting stuff that I have come across personally. Now this one was published in the 1921. Oh, sorry about that. 1921. Very interesting stuff. This one is from, I want to say, the same era. So that's what I have. With a series of books. I got them all for about $100 off some guy who owns a storage unit or section, and I was coming across some books that he had, and I decided to go get them. And boy, did I make a good decision. So this is where I get most of my information from. This is where I verify my information. I study a lot of, history, military history, space, the stars, the earth. There's a lot of them. I got a lot of books. A lot of. Now, I wanted to touch up on the Order of the Assassins because I have one of the books that can support the history and knowledge of that subject. So, my theory about the Order of the Assassins is when the Mongolian Empire came and conquered everybody in that area, in that time, that's when they discovered Alamut, Husan, the person who apparently started all this, Hassan Sabah, or something like that, I don't know. But I know this from military history, especially where these castles were, which were near a body of water, is when you have a castle getting siege, not everybody dies, depending on the circumstance. Now, if you know the history of the Mongolian Empire and how they took over and conquered other cities, it's pretty bizarre and effed up. So my thing is, if you're not near a body of water, then you can't use that as a source to flee. So my theory is, not all of the assassins died. I'm pretty sure some of them were able to get away. Some of them were already out and about, and probably didn't even know about the Mongolian Empire coming. And it actually said from another source that they had sent some assassins to the Mongolian Empire, their homeland, to try to kill the leader. So I don't think they died out, especially knowing how they operate. Now, I'm not talking about the video game. You know what? Let's talk about the video game, Assassin's Creed. So, I want to really refer to the first game, Assassin's Creed 1, involving Altair, because that's toward the end of his life, toward the end of his story, the Mongols were coming. They were basically at war, and told his son, go live your life. And he sealed himself in the vault. In case you didn't know, he sealed himself in the vault. There was no books, just himself and the artifact. Now, we're going to touch on that eventually. And that's where my theory come from. Like, I don't think they died out. They're just probably not, united. They're probably scattered, and they just keep it within their family type stuff. Anyways, I just wanted to touch up on that subject, but mostly wanted to share why I'm going to be doing these types of videos. So this is just drawing from a job that I do. I'm a solar installer. I work on the roof, and sometimes if we can't get a clear satellite image of the roof, you got to send somebody like me to go there and measure the roof. So here's my measurements. That's some of my drawings. Yep, pretty cool. You got the roof. That's the inside. You got the collar ties. Anyways, very interesting stuff to talk about. Strange, huh? A lot of y'all might notice this symbol. A lot of y'all might notice that symbol. You might see the Triforce from Legend of Zelda. A lot of strange things that connect to each other, huh? There's something that I've drawn using 3 inches. Some of y'all may know about the number 369. So most of these drawings are based off that measurement. Pretty cool, huh? Just some drawings that I do with some of the knowledge that I have. So as a construction worker and someone who does personal research, I've noticed a pattern with the number 369. And now this is always something that I've known about due to me coming across Nikola Tesla. Now, even he said something about the number 369. I haven't really got into this book yet, but I know that he says somewhere that 369 is the secret number of the universe, such and such. And me being a construction worker, that number is everywhere. For example, when you order materials, let's use wood for example. I need an 8-foot wood with my tape. Let me get my measuring tape. So say you need an 8-foot piece of lumber. Now, what's 8 feet in inches? I want to say 84, 96. 96. Interesting. 9 plus 6 is what? 15? What's 1 plus 5? 6? Interesting, huh? Sometimes we get 14 footers. Usually you get 14 footers, yeah. So when you get a 14-foot piece of wood, or pipe, or whatever, you get 168. Ready? What's 1 plus 6? 7. What's 7 plus 8? 15. What's 1 plus 5? 6. Strange pattern here, huh? Now, usually what happens with a 14-footer is you cut it in half. So what do you get? 14 divided by 2 is 7. What's 7 feet in inches? 84. 8 plus 4 is what? 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. Interesting. Very interesting, huh? So these are some of the patterns that I've seen in construction. Now, there's a big number that another researcher calls himself Archaics, and he's got a big number, 138. So here's my input to that. What's 1 plus 3? 4. What's 4 plus 8? 12. What's 1 plus 2? 3. What's going on here? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on with 369? Why is this? Oh, you know what I mean? So here's another drawing using 3 inches. So you got your 90. 90 divided by 2, it would be what, 45? So 45 would be somewhere around here. I think that's it. Yeah, 45. 45 divided by 2. You know? Or a half inch divided by 2 would be quarter. Quarter divided by 2. You know, it's pretty interesting how this number has patterns. This is just something I drew from the book. I think this is magnetism right here. Not really going to make sense. I mean, yeah, not going to make sense. Oh, because it's upside down. Okay. So you got a positive charge coming from the bottom and a negative charge on top. The center is a conductor. Yep, that's a conductor plate. So this is magnetism drawn on paper to the best of my abilities. Anyways, these are some of the things you should expect for future videos involving history and knowledge. There's a lot of stuff that I do personally. I'm sure you have come across many other YouTubers who do the same. And we have been called many things. Conspiracy theorists, crazy, out of touch, arrogant, whatever. The same thing happened with the Order of the Assassins, according to my studies. When they would take out their political opponents, that area would call the assailant, or the Order of the Assassins, they would basically name call them. Like, these guys are crazy, they're fanatics. But the reality is, it sounds like you pissed somebody off. And they went to handle it the way they handled it. So that's how it sounds to me. With that subject. Now going back to 369. did another drawing. I don't know if you can see it. Okay. So I'm gonna have to get into detail with this for y'all. It's gonna be a little tricky. So you probably noticed the pattern. You see the star, the triangles, and then the circles. The circle connect all the corners with a specific number. So I used 3 inches to get my first line going for the triangle. And in order for me to get equal numbers on all sides, I had to do some math. So 3 divided by 2 for the center point will be 1.5. And then I had to divide it into eighths. So 3 inches, you would have to divide, divided by 2, 1.5, divided by 2 again is 0.75 or 3/4. Divide 3/4 and you get 3/8. So basically I took 3/8 from 3 inches and subtracted it, and I got 2 5/8. So that's how I got 3 inches on all sides of the triangle, which would eventually create this pattern. And then the circles connect the corners and it hits the inside of that shape. Anyways, ready? I'm gonna blow your mind again. I used 3 inches to get started, and I had to divide it by 2 to get 1.5. 1.5. 1 plus 2 is what? 6. And now you have 2 5/8, which is 2.625. So 2 plus 6 is 8. Plus 2 is 10. And then you got the 5, so 10 plus 5 is 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. Whoa. Whoa. And then 3/8 is 0.375. Yeah. 0.375 is 3/8. So 3 plus 7 is 10. Plus 5, 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. You know what the heck is going on here, dude? What's going on? But anyways, I will get to that. I will find out what's going on, if I can. To an hourglass. Using 3 inches, same thing happened. 3 inches divided by 2 to get your center mark. Divide it by 2 again to get 3/4. And it wasn't necessarily the number I needed, so I divided it by 2 again. And I got 3/8. And 3/8 minus 3 is 2 5/8. Wow. Yeah. Pretty strange. I got another book that talked about numbers, geometry, music, and cosmology. So the sacred number is 3 or 7. 7 is a sacred number, said it right here. God's number. The Holy Jesus of Nazareth. Now, let's see what this book says about the number 3. Yeah. So you got monad. The monad, that's 1. That's God. Anyways, you got duality, there's 2, and then you got 3 right here. 3 is a crowd. That's what the book illustrates. And that's what it says. If you want to pause and read, I'm probably going to read real quick. So 3. The triad relates opposites as their commixture, solution, or mediator. That made no sense. The synth... Okay, it's not really telling me what I want to hear, but It's basically saying 3 is the first triangular number. An equilateral triangle in a circle defines the octave as a circumcircle is twice the diameter of its incircle. All this stuff is just not making any sense. But anyways, I noticed a pattern with that. Nikola Tesla noticed a pattern. I'm sure many other people in all fields of work in this planet Earth have seen the pattern. And here's the number 6, the hex. That's what's illustrated. Beautiful. Number 6, the hex, said it at the top. The hexad, like its graceful herald, the snowflake, brings perfection, structure, and order. Yeah, pretty cool. The 3 dimensions make for 6 direction. Forward, backward, left, right, up, and down. And these are embodied in the 6 faces of a cube, the 6 corners of an octahedron, and the 6 edges of a tetrahedron. That's what you saw in my drawing. You know, I drew a circle that connected each corner, then I drew the circle that connected the inside. Pretty cool. Let's see what 9 says. The Enod, 3 3s. That's the illustration. Beautiful. The Enod, 3 3s. The Aeneid. 9 is the triad of triads, the first odd square number, and with it something extraordinary occurs. For the first 9 numbers can be arranged in a magic square where every line of 3 in any direction had the same total opposite center. This ancient number pattern was first spotted 4 millennia ago on the shell of a divine turtle emerging from the river Lo in China. So yeah, the turtles, they have, some of them have 9, some of them have 12, or something like that. I think the Native Americans here in America used that as a calendar, to follow the calendar. I think it's the moon cycle. I don't know. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. How it all connects. Now, before I possibly close out this video, I wanted to keep going. So you got the number 12 because 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9, plus 3 is 12, and so on. So you got the number 12. That's what's illustrated in this book. Beautiful. Oh, it's got the zodiac. What do you know? The 12. Twelve is the first abundant number with factors 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 summoning to more than itself. 12 points on a circle can join to form 4 triangles, 3 squares, or 2 hexagons, which is what we saw in the picture. 12 enjoyed the 3rd dimension and is the number of edges of both the cube and the octahedron. 12 is often found arranged around a central solar hero. There are 12 months, 12 signs of the zodiac, many 12 tribe nation, the 12 tribe of Israel, referring to the Bible. 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. Divided by 2 is 6, divided by 2 is 3, divided by 2 is 1.5. 1.5 divided by 2 is 3 quarters. 3 quarters divided by 2 is 3/8. 3/8 divided by 2 is 1/8. 1/8 divided by 2 is something. I think 0.05. I don't know. But somewhere along the line, you are just going to see that number repeat itself. And it's probably the universe trying to say something. So here's what I wanted to share with y'all. The biggest thing. crap. I don't know if you could really, oh, that sucks. Oh, I hope you can see that to the best of your abilities. Or you can just get this book yourself on page 49. So, gematria. Talking numbers. Oh. Look at that. Ready? I'm going to blow your mind. You see that on the bottom? What did that say? 1080? 1080? With 10 plus 80? 90? Oh. Uh-oh. Beautiful. Anyways, this is just an introduction for my future videos. Here's another one. Uh-oh. The Secret Society? Whoa. Now, it doesn't really tell you too much about anything. It's just basically, if you were to look up, let's say, the Templars, okay, it would just tell you right here. Or you could, this is just one of the many sources to get information. So you got Skull and Bones. A lot of y'all probably don't know about them. I do. You got the Templars. Where are they? Let's see. I'm gonna call them out. Even though they're probably not as strong as they used to be. Anyways, yeah, you got a lot of stuff to talk about, to share. Here's some of my notes. Astrology related. Here we go. This is some information that I gathered together myself based on Galileo. So Galileo gained attention after drawing the book The Starry Messenger. So he drew the moon in 1610, and it's in the book The Starry Messenger. In 1616, he got reprimanded by the church. Pope Urban VIII prevented total ban on somebody else's book. 1632, Galileo published another book, dialogue concerning the two chief world systems. And then a year after that, in 1633, he got sent to Rome. He was ordered to deny his idea, heliocentrism, sent to house arrest in Florence. 1638, he went blind. And then 1642, he posted one more book before passing away. Discourses and mathematical demonstrations concerning two new scientists. So, why do I talk about the Order of the Assassins? Well, because the game mentions some of these people. Ready? We got the Grand Duke, Cosimo de Medici. The Medici family. Oh, interesting. And then we all know about Rome from the video game, the Roman Catholic. They were fucking people up, and I think they had the Inquisition going on. Yeah, they had it. Oh, look at that. I got another one based off Johann Kepler. These are personal research information that you will find if you find it. You know, if you go out of your way to look for it, it's probably in this book. That's how I got this book, because Galileo, Johann Kepler, they're mentioned in this book, along with Copernicus. I can't say that guy's name, I'm sorry. Let's talk about Johann Kepler real quick. This is the same thing. Astrology, astronomy, whatever the fuck. Space. It's about space. Johann Kepler. She was born 6 years before the comet of 1577. Wrote a letter to the Senate of Leonberg in 1616. Let's see. Okay, so Johann Kepler was doing research. Then Katharina Kepler, the accused mother, was tried for witchcraft in 1620, threatened by the guards during the feast of Saint Wenceslas. The Inquisition of Rome. So it's all linked to that, interestingly. And then you have the comet of 1577, noticed by observers and astronomers from England to Japan. Tycho Brahe is one of the witnesses. James Melville, another witness. Kepler was 6 at that time. So, obviously, there's bad people out there, evil. I'm not saying we're going to get together to go against them, but we could definitely play our part, communicate, share ideas, and yeah, potentially create our own unit. Anyways, this is just another video based on knowledge and history. This is the official introduction into it. I've already made one video based on the order of the assassin. That was all off the top. Same thing in this video. All this was off the top. I just decided to put some stuff together and just do it off the top. Like I'm not really ready to make fancy video that other people do. I will get there eventually. Anyways, thank you for watching. Plenty of more to talk about, obviously. And one thing at a time, y'all.